Hello everybody and welcome to another Facebook Live coming from Costa Rica at Rythmia, the beautiful and incredible Life Advancement Center. I feel so honored to work here, and especially this week we've had Panache Desai here, and he is just blown my mind and really opened me up to a whole new world of consciousness. He has to be the most conscious and enlightened man I have ever met. And I'll give you a prime example. I was giving a healing. I was holding his feet and I just tapped into the source. I was just there. The visuals, everything was just so profound and incredible. And I've never felt that. My whole body was vibrating. And when I spoke to him afterwards, I said, I felt like I was connected to the true source. And he said, yeah, that's because I was. And he's just so real and so down to earth, and he brings such an amazing following with him. Every week we have incredible groups, but when Panache comes, there's just an open nature to everybody, and everybody is just so open to receive, and it just makes for a very deep healing experience for all. And it's been exactly that. For I know even all the staff here have gone super deep this week. So if you haven't checked out Panache yet, he is incredible, and his website is his name, panachedesai.com, and he's a catalyst for spiritual and personal transformation, and he does it on such a vibrational level because he is just pure consciousness. Like that's all, the only way I can describe it. So if you haven't seen him or heard of his work, definitely check him out, and he'll be here again. He's a regular here. And also, if you haven't checked out Gerry's book, Shit the Moon Said, a story of sex, drugs, and ayahuasca, which is all about how this place came to be, how Rythmia came to be, how Gerry listened to the moon. And I know that may be a bit hard for people to grasp about going to the moon and asking questions, but I have done it. It's definitely real, and there's just no limit to where we can truly go if we expand our subconscious and open our consciousness up to what is really out there. So on today's beautiful interview, I have a gorgeous girl who I heard her speak in the closing talk, and it just really touched my heart. And she's here on a media train, and she's got a following, and she does such beautiful work in the world that I just knew that I needed to bring her on and for her to inspire you all like she inspired me. So come and join me, Zoe, who lives in Rome, which is a very beautiful. Hey, gorgeous.
Hi.
Oh, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for inviting me.
So first, let's tell us about you. Like, what has brought you to this point in your life?
Well, so as you mentioned, I live in Rome, Italy, but I was born and raised on Vancouver Island in Canada. And throughout my whole life, I always felt a draw towards Italy, and I always felt, different. Like, I always felt like I was quite spiritual as a child, but I didn't really understand. Very much into law of attraction. And when I went solo backpacking in Europe when I was 20, I was supposed to spend 4 days in Rome, and I spent 2 weeks. And I promised myself that the next time I returned back to Europe, back to Italy, I was going to move to Rome for at least 1 year. It took 5 years. I did the whole corporate marketing job. I moved to Toronto, and lived there for 4 years about, and then I finally got some freelance clients, and I said, that's it, I'm moving to Rome. And since then I haven't really looked back, and I do a lot of self-improvement and travel videos on YouTube. So I'm on YouTube as Zoe Ariel. It's my first and middle name. And since then,
how are we spelling that?
Zoey space Ariel is Arielle. Okay. And since then, I've moving to Rome, I manifested like a book deal with a North American publisher. So I published books in the self-improvement, law of attraction space. So
so lovely. So when was the first time you heard about the word ayahuasca?
Well, I was actually at a self-improvement weekend in London, England, called like Landmark Forum.
Oh, I've heard that.
Yes.
I've got a few friends in that actually.
Yes,
yeah.
So I did the Landmark Forum, and I actually, like, Landmark Forum was very, very good. But something like this past week was something amazing. Something I can't really express all the changes and the gratitude that I have from it. But the one thing that I pulled from Landmark was that I met this guy who was a couple years older than me probably, and we were in the lunchroom together, and he was eating like rice and beans and greens, and I was like, and I just looked at him, and because I'm vegan, I was like, you know, when you're vegan, you just know when other people are vegan. Yeah. And I looked at him and I was like, he's definitely vegan. So I like moved over and I was like, excuse me, are you vegan? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, I knew it. Like, I can just tell. and then he had told me, he's like, well, you know, I wasn't always vegan. I've only been vegan for a few weeks. And I was like, what caused you the change? I'm always curious, was it a documentary? Did you just like discover something about your life? And he said, well, no, ayahuasca. And I was like, oh, what's ayahuasca? And so then he told me that he was just in Peru and he had done ayahuasca with a shaman. And so every day at lunch, I would like go talk to him and he'd tell me more about this. And so that's what I pulled from that weekend in London. I had just heard this. And then I went back to Rome, and one of my friends just got back from a trip from Brazil, and she said, you'll never guess what happened to me. And I was like, what? She's like, I did ayahuasca. And I was like, I just heard about this. I was like, tell me everything. And so then it became a pattern in my life. And then Rythmia reached out this past summer, and I was like, this is it. I'm going. I manifested it. Yeah.
And how beautiful. Because you were telling me just before you got the call, you had some like traumatic kind of experiences in your life.
Yeah.
That kind of felt like it was definitely a calling for you.
Definitely. I felt like, for the most part this past year, I've tried to search. I do all this work in the self-improvement space. I'm always like writing and trying to teach my best like online through YouTube. But myself, I felt like I was lacking purpose or lacking a connection. It's like I felt that the work I was doing and I was putting out there, I knew that people were receiving it, but I didn't actually know if I was making a difference.
Right.
So I was searching for that like connection to source. And and I found that definitely this week. So.
Let's get into your experience. Yeah. So you arrived last Sunday.
Yes.
And that's the breathwork night. So what happened for you then?
So we went into breathwork, and I didn't really know what to expect. And so we were all like lying there, very like safe and warm and welcoming place. So I was like, this is nice, relaxing if anything. And like I thought maybe it would be kind of like a meditation. And as I was going into it and going through it, it's about an hour long, correct, of the whole breath work. But it felt like it was maybe 10-15 minutes, which is crazy. And I was breathing, and I thought I saw an alien. I thought I saw like a little green alien. I love aliens, so I'm like, oh, maybe I've just been watching like too many documentaries lately or something, and that's what comes to my mind. And the next day, Gerry spoke about how the aliens can come to visit us in ceremony.
So you had no awareness that the aliens was a thing here, and then they came to you.
No, like
because
no
you're
awareness.
so connected to them. They're like, breathe, let's go.
Yeah, and it was like very special. Like it wasn't scary because it was an alien or that I like felt like maybe I was visited. It was just a very like everything here just felt very safe and warm. Like everyone around you just wants to help you. So that's what it felt like.
That's so beautiful. And when they came to you in the breath work, was there any work happening, or were they just saying hi?
Just saying hi. Like I just saw one of them like with a gray face and like big eyes. And I was like, oh,
that's like cool. Hey, friend.
Yeah.
And that's before she drank the medicine. So,
yeah.
You know.
And I didn't, like I said, I didn't know aliens were a thing with ayahuasca. Like nobody had recalled to me an alien experience, or none of the videos or like documentaries that I watched spoke about aliens. So
let's get into Monday. So we have Gerry's talk on the Monday, and then you became aware of the aliens that can come and visit.
Yeah.
And then into Monday night, which is the German girls, Anke and Mary Lou. How did that go for you?
It was amazing. I was very excited to do ayahuasca this night because like it's the first night. Like let's go. I'm gonna do it. I took the medicine, and at the time it started to kick in, I started to convulse a lot. Like my body started to like move and twitch and shake, and I started to laugh. Like I would burst out laughing from my stomach while like other people are, purging or crying, and I just hysterically was laughing like from my stomach. And
was that you who started to laugh? There was everybody, like a domino effect, just massive laughing, and I was like, I wonder who started that.
Yeah. And I just was laughing so hard. It felt like a purge, but it was just like because it literally was just coming out of me, and I couldn't. And I was like, oh, this is rude, but I couldn't stop.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And then the music was so beautiful during ceremony. The live music, it's so beautiful singing, and I got up and I started to dance.
Perfect.
And I was just dancing, and like it was so crazy because I remember looking around and people are getting sick, but I couldn't help but like laugh and dance around everyone else.
It's just like happy when I see people purge. I'm happy for people purging. It's like, get that shit out.
Yeah, I didn't understand this at the time because I hadn't purged that way yet. But I was like, oh, I feel sorry for them. Like, but I'm just gonna party over here. And then they called for the second drink. I literally danced my way up there. I took another drink, and my intention was show me who I become. And so danced back to my mat, and so then I started lying there on the mattress, and I started to go really deep into my mind. And the way that Mother Ayahuasca was showing me everything, I was like a 5-year-old girl. Like I felt like I had like a 5-year-old brain happening. And it started to make sense why I was just dancing and like
just playful,
yeah. And my body was still convulsing, and it was like I was playing a game with her. Like she was like, "Let me in," and I was like, "No, we're playing." And then finally, like I just like gave up, and I let her in, and she started to show me this beautiful show of like the kaleidoscope, the crackling, the colors,
sacred geometry.
Yes, and I was like so entranced in this, and started to go deeper, and I went to different dimensions. Like it was insane. Like it was so beautiful. I saw colors and souls, and there was no time or space. Like I had left my body for sure, and I forgot about this entire life. Like I was just divine, and it was so beautiful. And then I remembered like what Gerry had said, and what Mother Ayahuasca then said to me. She said, "But go back to your body and find where it feels uncomfortable, and seek that out, and you'll feel even better." So then I remember putting up a little bit of us, like, I'm like, I don't want to go back to my body. Like, this is too fun up here. Like, I'm flying around. I'm in the cosmos. I'm like enjoying this life so much. And so then it's like, no, go back down there. And I was like, okay, fine. So I go back down to my body. Somewhere in my stomach, I found a discomfort, which I viewed as like, basically it was like a Pixar movie in my stomach. Like, this is how everything was kind of like cartoon and animated. And I had found a box, looked like something out of like Super Mario. I was like,
I know what you mean.
And I was like, and she's like, break it. And I was like, okay. And I didn't really know what to expect. And I broke it, and in that moment I purged. And
you purge?
Yes. And then I
purge and merge.
Yes.
That's what we do.
Yes. And so I purged, and I remember to like ask like, what was that in my bucket? And in the bucket was this belief that I held on to that I wasn't enough. Mm-hmm. And I saw my mother in there because I don't have a relationship with her to this day, and I haven't spoken to her in about 10 years. Oh, wow. And so throughout my entire childhood, I never understood why I didn't get the love that I felt like I needed or wanted or longed for. And so I got rid of this belief that I wasn't enough. Mm-hmm. And so I just left it there. And then I saw myself as like just a newborn baby, and I was in this like really fuzzy blanket, and that's how I spent the rest of the night, was just like sending this baby all this love.
Wow.
And I felt like, after I've been reflecting on it, I felt like what Mother Ayahuasca was trying to show me is after the first drink, and I was just like I said, partying like a 5-year-old. And so I felt like she was making up for all this lost time, because I had to grow up very fast as a child. Like by 8 years old, I was making myself dinner and doing these things, and I just felt like she knew that I had missed out on this period of my life, and she wanted me to experience it all. Like it felt like I was going through years in a matter of an hour or two, which what it was, just playing.
And also showing you that you have everything within you. We're always looking exterior. You love me. You make me happy. Yeah. But also she's just instilling you that you have everything. Happiness is an inside job. Yeah. Just letting you know that it's always been there. Yeah. It's just you've been yearning for it somewhere else, but it's deep down. She just reminds us that we are everything. Yeah. And more. Yeah. How beautiful for a first night.
It was. Wow. I mean, I woke up very, like from the experience, very kind of confused, and my whole body was so weak. And the shaman said, like, were you convulsing? Were you moving a lot? And I said, yes. And they just said, that's a purge of your muscles, of your everything you've kept
everything
inside.
Stored.
Yeah,
coming out.
So they said it's normal. So yeah, the next day I felt completely rejuvenated. My body felt amazing.
Like brand new.
Yeah,
it's like literally rebirth, isn't it? It's so beautiful. So then Tuesday, did you make it to Paola's classes?
Yes.
The answer is you. How was that?
They're amazing. Like
special.
she's so special. Like
Yeah.
it's like she knew exactly what to say to like speak to me, but speak to the group in total about like everything that happened. And through her class, then I was able to make the connections of what actually happened to me the night before, because I was like, wow, that was a trip. That was my first time ever doing drugs. You know, like,
drugs. That word.
Plant medicine. So it was my first time having like a hallucinogenic experience.
Wow.
And
so you've never done anything. Oh, fabulous.
Yeah. So I mean,
well,
yeah, but she made it make sense, because like she explained the fact that like the answer is you. It all comes from you.
Yeah.
And I was able to just realize that I was just taking a deeper journey within myself.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful. Like
it's beautiful. So Paula teaches Michael Beckwith's teachings, The Answer Is You, and it literally is The Answer Is You, just telling you that you have everything within you. And it's so beautiful. It just integrates everything so nicely. The medicine, everything we do here integrates everything so that you can really take hold of your experience and then utilize it in the outside world and moving forward. Yeah. So then Tuesday night is going deeper with the boys.
Yes, I loved it. It was so good. So I actually went into that ceremony not realizing that I believe the first night I actually merged with my soul and got reborn, because I was still trying to make sense of everything.
Yeah, we do. Everything goes so confusing. We try to like analyze it or break it down, but kind of upon reflection, we understand it a bit better.
Yes, and so I went into that night still with the intention to heal my heart, even though I didn't truly believe that I did merge my soul. Yeah. And so I went in and I said, heal my heart, and it came from a place within me that was, I have a really hard time, or have had a hard time, receiving love, receiving gifts, receiving compliments, anything. I just freeze up when it comes to that type of stuff, and I don't really understand why I resist like the love of the world. So I asked Mother Ayahuasca if she could heal my heart and really show me how to receive love. Yeah. Because I feel like I can give, but I don't really know how to receive. I feel awkward about receiving. Mm-hmm. And so I took the medicine, I lied down, and then it was so beautiful because I felt like I maybe have just fallen asleep right away. And I woke up to her, and it's like she said hello, but it's like she like bloomed in my like entire body. Mm-hmm. And it was so beautiful, and I just kind of like laid back, and then she went into my heart, and I felt like this burning sensation, but it was like a cleaning. Like it just felt like it was being clean, and I was relaxed. And then after like a little while, I was like, oh, is this all that's going to happen tonight? And so I remembered somebody told me to go to the fire and like speak to the fire, and there's whatever you want to release, go release there. So I went out to the fire, and I gave the fire all my limiting beliefs, everything like to do with love and like acceptance, and I just kept like going through my mind and just like giving the fire everything. And then I went back and lied down, and then she like went into my heart deeper, and then my limbs just got so heavy that I just kind of lied there for the rest of the night. I remember they called for the next drink, and I was just in so much love that I literally couldn't move. And I was like, it's okay, I am so happy here. So I just lied there and I just basked in it all.
Oh, yeah, beautiful. Just a little bathing love bottle. Oh, that's so amazing.
It was so nice.
So just full of Brad's night's always really full of love. I find that on Monday we go really, really deep and you get loads of shit out, and then Tuesday it's like filling you up with love. For me personally, that always happens. Yeah. And it's just so glorious, isn't it? It's such a good feeling.
Yeah, I mean, I felt reborn the previous day, but then after that I was like, I'm like just so fresh and like full today.
So then Wednesday, how did Wednesday go for you?
Wednesday was my most transformative night, and I can hands down say it was the best night of my life.
Especially for you, because the divine feminine, it's Sarah's night, and it's like just divine feminine coming through. It's like being in a womb. Yeah. So especially if you're going through, issues of the feminine, but that would have really like encased you in that beautiful energy. Yeah. So how did it go?
It was amazing. So when I first went up, for some reason, like during the day, after I said I was like basking in this love all day, I was scared because, as everyone has talked about, no journey is ever the same. Yeah. So I was like, I've had like two pretty decent nights. Like everyone else is talking about these really hard times they've had to go through, and I just felt like something really hard needed to come to the surface. So I told Sarah I was scared, and she gave me half a cup, and she held my hand while I took it.
Aww, love Sarah.
Yeah, and I set the intention to release any blocks that I have in regards to like success, abundance, like, because I always feel like I'm always hit a wall or something with my beliefs about it.
Yeah, with not feeling good enough and,
Yeah.
and not wanting to receive. So there's like a double whammy.
Yeah, exactly. So then I was like, let's clear this once and for all. So I went up there, I took the medicine, and I felt very restless for this first. Like I was moving a little bit, but I just felt uncomfortable, and I was like, maybe it's not working enough. They called for the next drink, and I went up there, and I remember I was just like, fix any problems, and then I took it. And then what happened is,
Fix any problems.
yeah,
I can just imagine it now.
I was like, just fix them. Like that's literally, it was like my intent was just 2 or 3 words, like fix. And so then I went back, and I was lying on my mattress, and I just felt like this. I felt her coming through my body again, not in the same way of like the blooming, but like as like she wanted to show me something, and it was almost like I was being warned it was going to be a bit scary. But I had this fear kind of rush over me, and I was lying there on the mattress, so like we're allowed to ask for help. So I was like, help, like help. And so Jürgen came, and he like kneeled down beside me, and I just like grabbed his hand, and I held his hand, and I said, I'm so scared. Like I'm so scared. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm so scared. And I was crying, and I felt again like I was like 5 or something, and I just was like, I don't want to see. Like I shut it off, kind of, and. He said, she's trying to show you something, like she just wants to show you, she wants to help you, It reminded me. And he was probably sitting there for half an hour, 45 minutes before I got brave enough, because I kept hearing this voice in my mind say, just be brave. And then I just kind of leaned over the bucket and I purged. And so when I purged this time, it was letting go of my mother and these again, and I heard my voice say, like, I'm done with you, and not feeling like deserving or like good enough. And then I purged what I thought was like everything I could purge, and then I turned away, and Mother Ayahuasca says, like, look, there's more. So I looked in, and what I saw was my mother as a child and what had happened to her, and why when I was born, which I also saw my own birth, as to why when I was born she felt the way she did about me and lived her life the way she did in regards to me, and through not just words but just visions and feelings, I understood her. And I loved her, and I forgave her. And after that, I flew to her house, and I like knocked on her door, and I got her. And yeah, and I hugged her. And my heart like touched her heart, and I just said, I know what happened to you, and I forgive you because I love you. And to be honest with all of you, like I thought that I did all my work. Like I went to therapy when I was a teenager and throughout my life, and I've done all this self-work, but I didn't realize that I would never like say I loved her or like I love her. Like I wouldn't bring it up. Yeah. People ask me about my parents, I talk about my dad and my stepmom. I don't talk about my birth mom because she just hasn't really played that role in my life. But I was able to forgive and to understand and to love her. And I saw her as like a child, just very innocent, and and then I took her back to her childhood, and I told her to forgive everyone who wronged her. And she then forgave, and then I was able to see my future, and I saw myself happy, and I saw myself pregnant, and I saw myself giving my own baby the love that it will always deserve. Yeah. And I didn't see it, I feel like I left it as like a surprise of life, and whenever that does happen for me in the future, but I felt in that moment that I was trusting that when I have a baby one day, it will be loved.
Well, that's the beautiful thing about life, is that when we have parents and they're not exactly how we dream them to be, it always teaches us how we don't want to be. Yeah. So there's always a positive out of a negative or a perceived negative, and that's the beautiful thing. The medicine always comes in and takes us back to our trauma, but then takes us back to the reason behind the trauma. And this has happened for me so many times. I've been shown the reason why I've messed up so many times, and I've forgiven myself because I know that it's, you know, somebody else's energy towards me, but then there was somebody else behind that. So it just becomes a whole big forgiveness love bubble.
Yeah.
And it's like you've forgiven the unforgivable in somebody else, it frees you in such a tremendous way.
Yeah.
And even though you've done this on the medicine with your mum, taking her back to her past and allowing her to do that, it's really happening. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's not just I've done this medicine and I've seen some stuff and I've healed myself. It's like on an energetical level, your mum has really truly been healed through this. So there might be like a call or something very, very soon, which we hear a lot here. It's so profound when it happens. It's just so freeing.
It is so freeing. And after I did this and after I saw like my future of love, I was able to heal my ancestors of any like inequality, any suffering they had in regards to like being the best version of themselves. And I remember I went back to Mother Earth and I said, but what does this have to do with like money and success? Like,
well, there's a block.
Yeah. And then she told me, she's like, I reward the brave. She said, I reward the brave. She's like, look at all your brave ancestors. And she showed me how I had healed them in a way along the life path. And they were so proud of me, and they came and like they were all like around me and hugged me, and they said like, moving forward, you'll never feel like you're not good enough.
Oh.
And so it was truly like. So
and do you truly
powerful.
feel the shift within you?
Yeah, I like. Everyone had talked about you'll never be able to go back to the same way of thinking you did before, and I can't. It's like it doesn't exist in my brain anymore.
Yeah, how beautiful.
It's so beautiful.
And you still have Thursday to talk about.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
So was that all that happened on Wednesday? That was the pinnacle of it? Because that's pretty powerful.
Yeah, it felt like a very long evening. Near the end of the night, it turned into like a huge celebration, and everyone was dancing.
Drums, they get up and dance.
It was so much fun, and I saw all of us as if we were all part of the same tribe, like in a first life or something.
Yes.
It was incredible. We were dancing and singing together, just celebrating family, celebrating the fact that we were human, and like
so beautiful.
That's what we all deserve.
That's the magic.
Abundant life.
And this is the thing, like your blocks. So many people are going through them. Like, I'm not enough. I'm not good enough. People are scared to succeed, but also, they're like scared of failing. So it's like you've got the double-edged sword, and it's like you're representing most of the population here. It's just a simple block, but it goes so deep into like stuff that we don't even know we're holding on to.
Yeah, I would have no idea. And of course my mother was adopted. I don't know anything about my ancestors, but I saw a whole line that I was just unfamiliar with. Wow. And it was beautiful. Like I feel so much more connected to, to this world, but also being human and knowing that I'm here for much greater purpose. Like what I was seeking.
And you doing the work on you, like you said, like you having that beautiful baby inside of you is not going to pass that down. It's not that it stops with you.
Yeah.
So it's like you've done the work for the past, all your ancestors, but it stops with you. And that's what I love about this.
Yeah.
Let's talk about
Thursday. So Thursday was beautiful again. This is the full night.
The all-night party with the
all-nighter.
tribe.
Yeah.
Meet you this week.
Yes. And to be like as amazing and beautiful as Wednesday was, I felt nervous going into Thursday because I was like, as beautiful as Wednesday was, it was still hard. It was still being scared for a long time. And so I was a little bit nervous because I heard that this was, purgatory. And I don't want to get sick again. And, but then, you get into the space and it's just comfortable. Shaman, he was amazing. And I took the cup and I went back to my mattress, and my intention was show me love, because I want to be shown love in a way that I can better take it with me when I leave and share it with other people. Kind of like what my next work will be.
Yeah.
And so then I went back to my mattress, and I don't know, it's hard to explain. Like I felt so relaxed, and like she just wanted me to, lie down and sleep. And I didn't fall asleep until after we had a blessing. So I was a little bit confused. I was searching in my mind for a vision, like I was ready to receive anything, but I just kept being reminded to relax. Just relax, just relax. And so we went up and we had our blessing, which is like the spiritual car walk. Yeah. Which is so
it's
cool.
So good. So everyone sits in the semicircle, and then the whole shaman team come around with their tools, And because we're 75% water, these different frequencies of the different tools really like just settles all the energy and releases anything that's not meant to be in us. So it's powerful stuff.
Yeah, it was incredible. And I just felt so cleansed and like clean and light and free. And it was so beautiful. I went back to my mattress, and after that I just fell into a deep sleep, and I woke up in the morning, and it was incredible to wake up to the sunrise. It was so beautiful, and I was like, wow, like and when I woke up, all I felt was like love. Like I felt like I was in love with everyone. I was like looking at everyone, and I was like, oh my gosh, I just love everyone so much. Like
so you got what you asked for.
Yeah, I just was so incredibly grateful for everything.
How amazing.
Yeah.
So your 4 nights were just, you've got everything that you asked for and more. It's so
and way more, because I didn't even know what I was asking for.
Yeah. Or you didn't know the depth of what was going on. And that's what I love about her. She knows us, and she's so intelligent and just goes in, pulls out what needs to be pulled out to really unleash the blocks and move us forward into the version that we need to be to evolve, and then help the planet evolve.
Yeah,
it's so beautiful. So did you do breath work last night?
Yes, I did breath work.
And how was that after doing the ceremonies?
It was amazing again, and I felt like after doing it, after the ceremonies, I was able to like tap into a different way, and I felt so relaxed. My body was twitching a little bit, like I think I was still having some releases, but overall I felt such an intense relaxation and like trust, and like I was cleansing myself, like I've been cleansed by the shaman, like I was healing myself,
which we all have the power to do.
Yeah,
which I love that this medicine and everything we offer here really instills in us that we can heal ourselves. We truly can. We're that powerful, but it's been taken away because we're constantly asking other people to fix us. But we have everything within us to go inward and heal, especially on an energetical level, which is like most disease stems from energy and stored emotions and stuff that just doesn't serve us. So we just come here for a week, purge it out, merge back with your soul, heal your heart, and off you go. It's like a little, when you come and have maintenance done.
Yeah.
It's just that kind of vibe here. It's like come and just cleanse it out, as opposed to 20, 30 years of therapy. It's like come for a week. Most people say they go through hell and back, but it's so worth it. But whereas yours, she was gentle and loving with you, and she does everything specific to everybody. It's like your own personal prescription by the universe and the way that you need it. And sometimes we need tough love, and sometimes we need soft love. But it's all love, and it's all from a mother energy. So there's nothing to fear when she loves you. She might spank you on your bottom a little bit, but it's all out of love. And that's what I love about it. This week's been pretty hard for me. It's been intense, and I've loved every minute of it. I've been more in my mind this week. Because Panache is here. It's like really made me think more about us being one and expanding our consciousness and not just staying in our little box and then wondering where the mind's going. So for you with Panache, how has it been? Because he's done a talk on Monday, and then he done a Q&A on Thursday.
Yeah, he's amazing. His presence, you just feel it. Like you just feel comfortable and relaxed, and he made this space feel so much more like it already feels safe and like comfortable, but he just made it feel like just share, just open yourself up to it's so hard to put it into words, but he just made the space so much more free than I could have ever possibly imagined before going into like the plant medicine too. Just he opened us all up, really. He allowed us to get the most out of this week.
You could really feel how open you all were. Because his talk on Monday, it was very beautiful, and it definitely set the space to open up. And he's got this alter ego, MC I Am, and he put this song on, and for me, I had such a profound shift as the music was flowing through me. I could just feel the energy come up and rise, and then I felt my head explode, and then there was like blue swirls everywhere, and that is on a Monday afternoon with nothing in me. So I'm just like, the power of connecting in and really opening. So amazing, which is why you've all gone so deep this week. It has been a truly beautiful week. Have you made lots of new tribe members? Family?
It's sad to think I'm leaving tomorrow. Like this, like I don't want to let anyone go.
You'll be back.
Yeah, I'll be back for sure.
And the thing is, like, I came here as a guest in 2016, and I'm still friends with the people that I came here as a guest with. It's just once you go to war together and you're vulnerable together, it's just a connection on a whole other level that you just would not be able to mimic. You just can't. It's just once you say to somebody that you've done ayahuasca and they've done it too, they're just like, I get you on a whole new level. So what's next for you, love?
What's next? I'm staying in Costa Rica for another week. I'm going to volunteer with sea turtles down south.
Oh,
so
lovely.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I've been raising money for them all year through it's so my beautiful giving back program. So I'm going to volunteer with them, and I'm really happy that I'm still going to be in nature. I'm not going right back to Canada or back to Italy right away. I'm going to just be with nature and be able to process things more.
Perfect. You'll be able to integrate this so much better. Especially, we always say to people, don't leave here and go straight back to work. If you can take a couple of days at the beach or just to be on your own, and what you're doing is perfect. Just to integrate it all and to really be still with yourself is the best thing you can do.
Yeah.
I have one more question. What would you say to somebody who was sitting on the fence about coming here and doing ayahuasca? What would be your tips of wisdom?
I would say you owe it to yourself to do it. I wish that I discovered it sooner. I wish that I came sooner. And I'm always trying to improve myself. Like I publish books on self-improvement, and so I'm always in this realm of improving myself and going to therapy. I have a life coach, but coming here is I did years and years and years of work in 4 days, in 7 days, and 1 week. I accomplished more than I could have ever thought was possible in a way that I dove deeper than I didn't even know was inside of me. And you can spend money on life coaches and on therapy, and I still support that. I still believe in that, but take the journey within before maybe you look to hire somebody on the outside. Go within.
That's so beautiful. It's true. It's we have to get to know ourselves and really build a relationship with ourselves, and then utilize the true knowing in the exterior, and then bring other people in, because everyone's got opinions, but the true roadmap inside is where we need to be asking, as opposed to somebody else's idea of where our life should go. We know all the answers inside. It's just it's so beautiful to come to that realization. Because I'm the same. I was always going to everybody else for, where should I go? What should I do now? What self-help book should I do? But before, I had to find me. And now this is going to totally propel your life, because you can really be a catalyst for people to do that. Go in, and then you come in and help with what you do. That's so beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
Oh, it's been beautiful having you here.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. I'll just see if there's any questions. I can't really see them all. Sudha, Candice, you got us. Thanks, babe. Thanks for the bindies. Gerry won't be there this week. I'm not sure, honey. I will have to find out about that, John. Linda, thanks for these wonderful lives. Oh, we love doing them. And whenever Gerry's busy, I have no problem stepping in. I love talking, if you couldn't tell. Susan, oh God, really? What did we miss? So that's the thing. You comment, and I'm just I kind of don't know which point you said that at. Hi, Diane. Who were the Monday Night Shamans? So it's Anka and Mary Lou. They are German resident shamans, and they are incredible. And they've been in the medicine for 10 to 12 years, and they really know their stuff. They've got such a different way than I've ever worked with, and it's just so beautiful. It's such a beautiful contrast in ways, because every single night here is different. Not only is the medicine different and you get something different, but you get a whole different experience from all of our team. Ross will be in the drop zone within 24 hours. Yay! He's a regular. We love him. Halima, you ladies are awesome. Thank you for sharing. Oh, we love you. Thank you. Absolutely life-changing. Still changing 7 months later. Fantastic, Sharon. I know, it is beautiful stuff. Gokan? Sorry if I've got your name wrong. Amazing work. Linda, yes, life-changing. So grateful to Rythmia. Oh, we love you. It is so, we love doing what we do. There was someone doing this for us before, so it's just like we're all in this together. We're all constantly learning. We're all students of life. John, see you Monday. And Chris, I just left but had to watch. It was a great week. Happy birthday, Chris.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. He's been here before and he's just such a beautiful soul. And we love you so much. And thank you for tuning in. So if you haven't read Gerry's book, check it out. And if you haven't been to Rythmia, come and try it for yourself. And if you're still in a conditioned mindset about taking hallucinogenics and plant medicines and things like that, just come and try it. And I promise you, you won't regret it. There's not been anyone that's come here that hasn't. It's just one of them places where you come and you heal and you get rid of shit that's just not serving you. And then you move forward a better, stronger version of yourself. So have a beautiful day and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.